Focus on me. Are we back? Are we back? Okay. I messed up. I messed up. And I have to tell you because I asked you to hold me accountable for my no by January. But I messed up. And I have a good excuse. And I'm going to tell you how much money I spent this month that I wasn't supposed to spend. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rika and I'm 41 years old. So of course this is Life in My 40s, where we talk about faith, dating, and career. But we've been super heavy on this faith. It's intentional. I love me some Jesus and I love leaning into Jesus. I love to keep my eye, especially in 2025, to keep my eye focused on God. It's a lot going on in our country and I'm trying to keep my eyes focused on God and be intentional. So here's where I messed up. And I have a good, I'm not even gonna call it excuse, but I have a good excuse. Okay, we'll see if you think it's a good excuse. No buy January is happening. I spent about $90, maybe like $150, because I had a freak out moment, because I have the UNCF gala coming up and the colors are all white. I don't have all white. I do have a skirt that's like a little tulle skirt. It's really cute, but I was like, I need a shirt. Oh my God, and then I need some white shoes because I don't have any white heels. And so I found myself on Shein shopping for just the top and the shoes and some jewelry. And I may have a few dates coming up, so I got a cute little date outfits as well. So that we're probably up to $150 on spending money where I was supposed to be in a no by January. But again, I have a gala, how do you say it? Is it gala? And I also have a few dates coming up. And I don't have, listen, you know, if you've been watching my channel, I moved back to Seattle after like 20 years, rented out my house and ran away. And now I'm back in Seattle and I realized that I rarely in the past 10 years have been on a date, like an actual, like, I need to dress up fancy and we're gonna have a fancy dinner and it's gonna be candlelight and stuff like that. I have not had that. And so I don't have them outfits, okay? And I have an opportunity to have a couple of those coming up. So I wanna dress appropriate, okay? But I will say this, it didn't go on a credit card. It came out of my grocery budget. So, okay, I'm gonna make it. I'm already, as I'm recording this, it's January 25th. I get paid on the 31st. I will make it. I have groceries in here. I'm fine. So it's not like I went into more debt for it. I just broke my no buy January 2025 rule. So I'm just being honest, but also realizing that I'm not a saver. And God, words are powerful. So how can I say that better? I am working on, I'm becoming, as Michelle Obama would say, a saver. And it is something that I have to work on. Life is gonna happen, and I believe that. And it wasn't just me frivolously buying stuff all willy-nilly. It's stuff that I felt like I needed for the events that I do have coming up, and I freaked out because I said I need to order these before February 1st. Because what if they don't get here on time? It's Shein. You never know. Sometimes it takes 15 days for that stuff to get here. So anyway, listen to me try to make excuses. I love it. I love it. But I will say I am proud of myself for the amount of money I did not spend, because there are some things that I'm just like, oh, I just want to buy it. I just want it. And also I'm proud of myself because I didn't go into more debt for it. Let's move on, okay? Because from February all the way to December, it is going to be a low buy year. I met with my financial advisor last week and we came up with some goals for me because I am a goal setter, I'm a goal getter, I'm a planner, and I like to have a plan. Write the vision down, make it plain, right? That's what the Bible, that's what God tells us to do. Here are my goals and my plan for 2025 when it comes to like still having fun and kicking it, but also low buy. So one of the first things that I told my financial advisor, I said, I'm not paying off this debt. This is going to be a savings year for me. I don't care about this debt. And so what I did was, and what he suggested was, let's roll over all that debt over to a zero interest card. And my credit score is good. So I was able to get one and I moved all that debt over. That does not need to be paid off until, we'll have two, until, I think one is May 2026 and the other one is October 2026. So I'm gonna worry about that in 2026. 2025 for me is a savings year, because I noticed in myself, if I don't have money, $5,000, $10,000 somewhere sitting that I know that I could reach if something happened, car, whatever, I have anxiety. If I only have $500, I have anxiety. So I need to build up my savings account again. And that's what I want to focus on in 2025. We'll figure out 2026 when October, November comes around. The second thing I did is I came up with some rules for me. And so let's go over those, and then I'll tell you my 2025, which is right here on Post-it notes. We'll talk about that, and then we'll be done, okay? Plus, I want to hear from you. How are you planning your 2025? Is it a no-buy year for you? Is it a low-buy year? How are we going to get through 2025? For 2025, it's a low-buy, which means I, for right now, cannot buy any items over $50 until April, because I want to flex that muscle of me taking my money and moving it over to my high yield interest savings account. Taking my money and moving it over on the day that I get paid, not waiting and if I have it left over. No, I'm gonna take this and move it over. Can you? And stay there. And that's not even, what is that not including? I still get to go out and eat with my friends because I have another budget for that. That's my like discretionary fun budget. This budget, I mean, I'm trying to build my emergency savings account. So there's that. And even with my discretionary fund, that I think I gave myself like $400 a month for that, $200 a paycheck for that. And it might be even lower. Well, actually, yeah, I think it's like $150 to $200 a paycheck. I get paid twice a month for like going out to eat with my friends, Lyft rides to get there, all the way until April. Okay, I should be able to do that, and I want to see me do that. So I'm flexing that muscle until April. Then come April, the only items that I can buy over $50 are items for my apartment. And those items, we're going to talk about them, are a rug, I want a dresser, and I want the other part of my couch to extend my couch. Because the life that I'm living now, I want to have company. I want people to be able to spend the night. I want my apartment to feel cozy. Right now it's very cold because it's concrete and I need a rug. And then I'll figure out the order come April. Like, do I want the rug first? Do I want the dresser? Whatever. With my savings goal, right? Taking it out of my paycheck, putting it into my high interest savings account. That goal for me, when January 1st, 2026 comes around, I better have $6,000. No. $6,000 is my audacious goal. $5,000, I can do that easy if I just stick to the plan, Rika. Stick to the plan, baby girl, and you can do this. You can do it, okay? Audacious goal is $6,000. I think I'll land somewhere around $5,000. But that's not even including my house money. So I know that I'll get to $3,000 saved in my emergency fund for my house, right? So again, I rented out my house, I ran away, I now live in a studio apartment. Yay! So somebody's paying to live in my house. That money I am putting into an investment account. And so the goal is all the money after I pay my mortgage left over is almost $400. I'm gonna keep some of that. And right now I put $200 a month away. I already started that for January. And then I will move it up to, because I know I have a raise coming. At least I better. My year at this job will be in May, so raise should be coming. So then the next step will be by May, it'll probably be that June paycheck, I start up to $300. But honestly, if I get to May and I realize I have been taking this money, putting into my high interest savings account, and I'm realizing even with my kicking it, I haven't been spending that much, I may move it up to $400. So with that, I know I will at least have $3,000 saved. Is that what I wrote down? No. $4,000 saved in even just my house emergency account by January 1, 2026. And if I just stick to the plan, it'll be more than that. It'll be more than that, Rika. Stick to the plan. Okay. Now, with that said, with all my goals and everything, I also have it's gonna take discipline. I am in the discipline Olympics when it comes to my money for 2025 because I have things that I want to do. So like I said, no big purchases until April. So we're gonna put that here, and I'm putting post-it notes on my cabinets so that I see them every day. I'm somebody who has to visually see something every day. Otherwise, it is literally out of sight, out of mind for me. I don't know why I'm like that, but I know that I am like that. So I have to hack myself. I have to set myself up for greatness and not failure. So anyway, no big purchases until April. I do have Kendrick on there only because I do have some money already saved for Kendrick, and Kendrick will be in Seattle in May. So, but I also know after the Super Bowl or even before, I might need to buy them tickets because we close to LA, you know, up here in Seattle. Like, we kind of have some California roots, and so it'll probably sell out. Also, shout out to California. If you're living in California, I pray for those fires. I've been praying I'm asking for a supernatural event to happen that just ceases all of that that's going on. And I ask that in Jesus' name. Amen. So then once we get to April, that's when I need to start thinking about, okay, do I want to get my rug first? Okay. I already know the rug that I want on Ruggable, and I'm trying to figure out what size, and depending on the size, it goes from $600 to like $1,100. Lord, please let me lean on the smaller size, like somewhere in between, like 800 or something. So I think I go back and forth. Do I need my rug first or my chest of drawer? Which I do want two of these IKEA. The one that I want is like $150, so two obviously will be $300 plus tax and shipping, whatever. So probably around $350, $400 to get the chest of drawer, which obviously you need it. Well, I feel like I need a chest of drawer because I don't have one, but it'll also help me again with my outfit choice and getting dressed and making things easier for me and seeing all of my clothes so I'm not buying as much. So I just want to be organized in the clothing department as well. So I'm like, dang, do I get the rug first? Because it's mad cold in here. Or do I get the chest of drawer first? So what do you think? What do you think I should buy first? So there's that. Then I will have to think about last piece for my couch. I want to extend my couch so that I can lay on it. Somebody staying the night can lay on it, whatever. That is going to be about tax and shipping about $700 to get the next piece for my couch. And honestly, I don't even know if that's gonna be the last piece, but I will say it'll be the last piece for 2025. If I do extend my couch a little bit longer, it'll I need to figure out the setup better in my apartment. And then if I do decide, oh, I can make my couch bigger, that'll be 2026. We ain't even doing that in 2025, okay? And then by the time Kendrick rolls around, I also have an opportunity to maybe go see Kendrick in Arizona. So I will need money to get there, but I won't have to pay. I just need to get there, but I won't have to pay for the rest. We ain't gonna talk about that. Then I will have to start thinking about my birthday. I think I'm gonna allot $600 for my birthday. I'm a June baby. So again, this is after April, and I do know I want a massage. I probably want a nice dinner. And that's really it, because I'm only turning 42 and I feel like, not a big milestone, except for the fact that I'm alive, I'm joyous, I'm living the life that I want. But by then I will probably have a rug and a chest drawer, and I will say that's what I bought for me, for my birthday. It's for me, it's for me. But I do know I want a massage and probably a facial for my birthday. Okay. Then once we get to June, I gotta start planning to go to Detroit. We talked about my best friend Cameo. She has an event called Black Girl Day of Play. And you know, trips, they be about $2,000. So that's why I'm excited to make it through April by not having spent a large chunk of money on anything to see what I have in my savings account. That's gonna be nice, okay? And then I will also have to start thinking about, like once we get to July again, like right after my birthday, I'll have to start thinking about Detroit and also Howard Homecoming 2025. I have to go. I want a life that creates memories and not, I don't want to be in a survival mode. I want to be creating memories, but wisely. So really, Arizona, Detroit, DC for homecoming. Those are only trips. And really Arizona ain't gonna be as much as Detroit and homecoming will be. Then, okay, you're gonna feel me on this one, girl. You're gonna feel me on this one. I had to write this down too, because unfortunately I didn't get to go to Renaissance because I was in survival mode and I didn't live in a city. I lived in a small town and I just didn't have the means. I just didn't want to do it. If Beyonce goes on tour in 2025, I have to go. What I hope happens, because she ain't announced nothing yet, I hope she goes overseas first, then comes back to the States, and maybe that'll push a Seattle date to 2026. But I have to have Beyonce on the board. And that'll be my 2025. A lot of people I saw are doing like the bingo boards or whatever, bingo for 2025. I didn't want to do that because this is my 2025. So I will essentially get bingo, period. I didn't want to, like, I guess, make my plans willy-nilly. I wanted to make them. I wanted to be intentional, and I will do this. We're going to do this. Hold me accountable. I'm going to hold myself accountable. I'm going to stay close to God and my faith. I actually have this book as well that I started reading just so I can continue. You know, faith comes by hearing, and by hearing the word of God, and really just staying in God's face when it comes to, you know, I want you to know me, God. You know my heart. I want to stay obedient. I believe that you are asking me to be intentional with my finances. He's been asking me to be intentional with my finances. I gotta tell you, it's hard. It's hard out here in these streets when you're single. You have nobody helping you. I don't come from an inheritance. I'm very blessed though. I'm very, very blessed. I'm very blessed. Nobody, I don't have to take care of anybody but me. I had a good footing and a good foundation. And I just, you know, since COVID, didn't make the best and wisest choices. The world was ending when it came to my finances, and now I got to get back to it. So that's what we're doing. And that is it. All right. I will see you next Sunday at 7 p.m. If you made it this far, you're the real MVP. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you'll know when I drop videos. But you know, every Sunday at 7 p.m.